going on, folks? Rick here. I'm back with another video. I'm here to do a quick channel update in regards to the tech aspect and mobile tech. And I've kind of been, reviewing some mattresses lately. But, I did make a channel update and speak about a few phones that were coming out. Mid-range premium, I want to call it. They're not exactly mid-range. They have a lot of specs that compete with flagship devices, but not quite there. And the phones that I was speaking of was the OnePlus 3, the ZTE Axon 7, and the Moto Z. Okay? And there was one phone that was left out the party, and partly because it was in limbo indefinitely. For about 4 months, they unveiled the Alcatel Idol 4. Alcatel Idol 4S. And this is a phone right here. I really liked it when I first saw it. This is one of the first budget flagship phones that came to the market, and it really raised my eyebrows. So, real quick, the Alcatel Idol 4S has a 5.5-inch display, 2K AMOLED display. It comes in a VR headset, so it's actually boxed in the VR headset. So you'll for your money, you're gonna get for, I think it's $399. Yes, it's $399 if you pre-order it. I think you get it for $350. $399 pre-order started July 15th. So you get the VR headset, you get the phone, obviously, and some other goodies that are in there too. One of the things that really intrigued me here was the that boom button. I think they call it the boom key. The boom key is a key that you have on the side of the phone, and I like it a lot. You could preset a bunch of different applications too. You could preset a screenshot, you could preset the camera, you could preset a bunch of different things to be utilized through that boom key. And I think a lot of other manufacturers can learn a lot from Alcatel by having a key like that on their phone to do different tasks, and people could change it up as their heart's desire. So I find that to be really cool. The other thing that I really liked about this phone, and I'm going to have to look more in depth about it, is the JBL front firing speakers, and they're also back firing speakers. So, JBL right there. They're surround sound. So basically, if you lay the phone, they also come with these JBL headphones as well, which seem to be pretty cool. For $399, you're getting a lot for your money. So if you place the phone face down, where the back side, the camera side, is actually showing, the speakers will play out of the back. So the grill that you see right there, the speaker grill right there on the top, it has the same grill on the back side. So as soon as you lay it on the back, the speakers will play from the back. When you lay it front, the speakers will play from the front. So any way you place this phone, you're going to get surround sound. So I thought that was a really cool aspect of this phone. Let's see, scrolling through here, it definitely has an AMOLED display. So for $399, it's got a really cool look. It looks just like a Galaxy S7 to me, or S6, with the exception of the boom sound and the stereo speakers. I think this phone looks like everything what the Galaxy series should have been or should have had for that price point, and they consolidated it in a $399 phone or a $350 phone if you pre-order it. So one reason that I might hold back on purchasing this phone, and that reason is the processor. It has the slower processor. It doesn't have the Snapdragon 820, and even some of the competitors in this price point have a Snapdragon 821, so a newer chip. And also it only has, let's make sure before I say it, 3 gigabytes of RAM. So that in itself is one of the main reasons why I may stay away from this phone, or I might just pick it up to have it, as a review unit. But yeah, it has 3 gigabytes of RAM, where most manufacturers nowadays have 4, and some competitors in this same price point have 6. So like the OnePlus 3 has 6. And another competitor I'm about to go into and mention right now, which is, if I can get to it, let's get to it, is the Zenfone. So now, I was never a big fan of the whole Zenfone lineup, but as we're pulling this up right here, okay, this is the Zenfone Deluxe, okay? Zenfone 3 Deluxe, I'm sorry. So you have 3 phones in the Zenfone lineup this year. You have the standard Zenfone, which has a slower processor, LCD display, but it looks like a Galaxy S7, has a glass back. It still looks premium and high-end. This is the next level up. This is the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. Now, I believe they're offering this for $499. So, again, you have to ask yourself, are the extras involved in this phone, which I'll mention in a minute, is that enough for you to spend the extra $100 for this phone? Now, I think if this phone comes out with pre-ordering and it comes out at $350, yeah, I will jump on this phone. So the deluxe version has a metal unibody, and you really don't see any antenna bands whatsoever. All the way on the bottom by the home button and the back and multitasking keys, you could see the little lines over there right at the bottom. Those are the antenna bands. So unlike iPhone or any of these other manufacturers, you don't see unsightly antenna bands wrapping around. So that's a cool look for them. So let's see, what else does it have? Let's go. Let's take a look. Okay. So it can record real-time HDR, super resolution, 92 MPs. Unrivaled smartphone audio with Sonic Master 3.0. Now, I'm not a big fan, and this is another reason why I might not get this phone either. But right now, to be honest with you, it's #1 on my short list, and I'm going to show you why in a second. I don't like the bottom firing speaker, but they claim with this technology, the speaker plays back better, 4 times better than CD quality. I just have to get some more reviews on it. It has new 5-magnet speaker, whatever that means, 4 times CD quality, high-res audio. So they show the audio kind of resonating from all areas of the phone, but really it's on the bottom right there by the multitasking button, the grill there for the speakers. But I have to do some more research into that before I decide to pull the trigger. Now, I am going to get myself a mid-range phone, and I am going to get myself the Note 7, unless the Note 7 comes out to be a complete flop, which I doubt. I don't think it's going to have much in terms of design, but let's see what's going in. I hear it's going to have an iris scanner, 6 gigs of RAM, and a bunch of other stuff like that. Okay, so we're showing some accessories here. Garbage, we don't need to see that. So yeah, Zenfone 3 is going to come with 6 gigabytes of RAM. I'm sorry, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe is going to come with 6 gigabytes of RAM out the box. So right away, you know, you're gonna have 6 gigabytes of RAM. It has a sapphire lens, you know, so it prevents from scratching. It has a fingerprint scanner. It has a f2.0 aperture, which is good, not amazing. IMX 318 Sony sensor, 23 megapixel camera. So again, you know, megapixels may not be the end-all be-all to taking quality photos. As we discover now with Samsung, they went to a lower resolution camera with a bigger aperture, so you could take better low-light photos. And I still think the Galaxy lineup takes the best pictures out of any cell phone camera that's out there right now. You have your fingerprint scanner right there. It does 5-finger recognition and a 360-degree recognition. So that means if you put your finger from the top, the side, the left to the right, it will recognize your fingerprint. Snapdragon 821 processor in the Zenfone Deluxe. which is a lot faster than it's comparing it to the iPhone 6s Plus with their A9 chip. It increased performance by 300%. So yeah, this USB Type C. It has a up to 128 gigabytes of RAM. The internal storage is it's UFS 2.0, 2.0, 6 gigabytes of RAM, Snapdragon 821 processor. So that's big. So we're talking about a budget mid-ranger with a Snapdragon 821 processor, 6 gigabytes of RAM, a really cool unibody metallic look to it, and it's gonna be available for $499. So if they were to sell this phone at $399, I think slam dunk, they'll beat all the competition. One of the things that I really think would have really set this phone over the top would have been front-firing speakers. But I have to do some more research before I pull the trigger, just to see how good the speaker quality is from that bottom-firing speaker. It's a big deal to me. Will it make me not purchase the phone? No. But, you know what I mean? It has to be good. It has to be loud enough. Because right now, I'm on the Galaxy S7 Edge, and speaker quality is horrible, partly because of the waterproofing. But, yeah. So, next up, in my last video, I was discussing the ZTE Axon 7. Let me try to go to this page here, see if I can pull it up. Okay, I'm going to pull it up through Pocket now. Okay, let's see. Let's go. So sorry, guys. I had it up, and I just X'd it out by accident. Let's pull it back up. Okay. ZTE.com. Let's go. Okay, so the ZTE, of course, it's not working. ZTE. Let's try it again. ZTE.com. Alright, let's go to trusted Google. When all else fails, Google it. Sorry, guys. Just give me another second. Okay. ZTE. Boom. Alright, so now we're going to pull up the ZTE Axon 7. And in my last video, when I was comparing the phones that were out, I was comparing it to the Moto Z, which I think is going to be a complete fail and a complete flop. And I was comparing it to, what else? I was comparing it to the OnePlus 3. So now the OnePlus 3, you can see the Axon 7 is available for pre-order already. So here's the Axon 7. See if I can swipe that out the way. Here's the Axon 7. Okay, so one of the things that I loved about it, obviously, was the front-firing speakers. Amazing. Dolby sound going into it. Great. 20 megapixel camera with 4K video recording at 30 frames per second at 1080p. So it also does slow motion capture. I noticed one thing when I've seen a few people review this device, now that the review units are out, I see that their the video stabilization is really bad. Comparing it to a Galaxy S7, it does have image stabilization on it, but it's very shaky compared to the Galaxy S7 when I saw someone reviewing it. So that kind of raised my eyebrow a little bit. I like the quartz gray version, which you see right here. And unfortunately, the quartz gray version is not going to be available for pre-order until the 17th of August. So you can pre-order it now, but it won't ship out till after the 17th of August. If you purchase the gold one, it should be available towards the end of July. So just real quick to go into this, NFC, hi-fi recording processor, has 2 separate chips for recording, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabyte internal storage, Snapdragon 820, and a 32,500 milliamp battery. Okay, so here's the fingerprint scanner and the camera in the back. Right now for me, it really is between the Axon 7 and now the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. So Axon 7 is being sold for $399. Zenfone 3 Deluxe is being sold for $499. So you got to ask yourself one question. If you're working on a budget, are you willing to spend the extra $100 for 6 gigabytes of RAM as opposed to the 4 that it comes with? Are you willing to spend the extra $100 for, where is it? Are you willing to spend the extra $100 for the Snapdragon 821 processor as opposed to the 820? And are you willing to spend the extra $100 for, I think, a little bit of a better design? You know what I mean? Aesthetically, I think it looks a little bit better. But one of the main things I love about the Axon 7 were those front-firing speakers. So now, for me, it's going to come down to, I would pay, I don't think I'd want to pay the extra $100 if they had some kind of like pre-order deal where you can get it for $399 or for even $450. I think I might pull the trigger on the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. And it's going to come down, really what's going to come down to me is the speaker quality on the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. If the speaker quality, even with that bottom firing speaker, is loud and distinct and clear, yeah, I'm pulling the trigger with the Zenfone 3, even though I was convinced that the Axon 7 was the next phone that I was going to get. So I have to hear a speaker comparison. So now, I was going to pre-order these phones, but before I do so, the Note 7 is going to drop August 2nd. And I'm pretty sure that pre-ordering is going to start as soon as it drops. So I want to see what the Note 7 has to offer. Once I see what the Note 7 has to offer, I will 99.9% purchase it, do a review of the Note 7. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what the I'm really looking forward to see what the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe has to offer in comparison to the Axon 7. Once the Note drops, I will pre-order one of these phones and I'll make an update video for you guys. Alright guys, I know it was a little bit long. That's my video. If you guys have any questions, any comments below, any suggestions on which premium mid-range phone should be the next one for me to purchase and review, please leave it in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one. So what do you think, guys? Question of the day. ZTE Axon 7, $399, slower processor, poor image stabilization, or the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe with 6 gigabytes of RAM, the 821 processor, and a better look. So guys, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.